Hey YouTube, Andy4757 here. Today I'm going to show you how to disassemble a Ruger MkII like a pro. Okay, so first things first, I made myself a little tool out of PVC pipe. It's a little, it's basically how you take the screwdriver, you disassemble it off the back. Now, I already took off my grips, so that way I don't have to show you how to take them off, because everybody should know how to undo a flathead screwdriver. So just take your screwdriver or your tool that prevents you from scratching up your MkII or Mark I, or even the no marks or the Ruger standards from the old days. So you just get that popped up underneath it. Flip it open, flip it down like that. Okay, so pull the trigger, drop the safety, pull the trigger, so you want to have that in bit to do it. Okay, now this thing can move freely. That's your, okay, then you pull that out. Next thing you do is you pull the trigger again, tilt it back, pull that out, it comes out just like that. So what you do to reassemble it is now you want to disassemble it farther for cleaning. You pull off the front of the barrel by pulling forward a little bit, it breaks free, comes off just like that. That also gives you access to the barrel and everything else, including the trigger mechanism. Put it back together, you just do the complete inverse of that. So we lock it back in place, make sure it's back, but pushing all the way forward. Okay, so now all we do, we take the bolt, drop her right back in, make sure the spring's up on top. Line it up first. Push it all the way in. Okay, now you take your hammer, you pull the trigger, get that all the way forward, so you tilt it forward and pull down the trigger at the same time, because otherwise the hammer doesn't go forward. Okay, line up the back of the bolt retaining pin. Insert the bolt retaining pin. Hold down the back of the tail. There you go, just like that. Okay, so next thing you do is you get it all the way up. Make sure that you can lock in place. Okay, there we go. Pull the trigger, tilt it back. Okay, so what you're looking for is going to be the little tail back here that goes for the hammer. So I'm trying to show you right here. Don't know if the light allows it, but yeah, you're trying to show that right in the middle. So once you line it up, we tilt it back, and then we'll pull the trigger, tilt the whole firing point, pull the whole tail forward. You'll see it shift inwards. We'll then line it up with the back of the leaf, and then we'll make sure it's all the way in. Okay, now it should drop in like that. Now to check it, we sit there, we'll hold down the back of the tail, because you don't want to have to do it again. Okay. Sometimes you always have problems, so double check, make sure it's in place. Because sometimes that tail doesn't line up, so you tilt it back again. You should feel tension when you do it. If you don't feel tension, you're doing it wrong. Pull it back just like that, flawlessly. If it doesn't rack back, you're hooked on the you're stuck on that pin right there. Now another thing you should notice is when you go to close it again, you will feel a lot of tension, because that tail of the hammer is going to be inside of its little detent pin location, where you got a detent spring that holds it in place. So like that, it's locked in place again. You can fire it all day long. Now I don't recommend dry firing it too much, because you'll end up having the same issue as the Ruger standards did back in the day. But dry firing it too much will smush out that firing pin on these. But you still have to dry fire it to get the gun to work, to disassemble it, that is. And after that, you just put your panels back on, and then you're ready to go. That's all you got to do, just like that. So you put it together like a boss.